So today is an opportunity to have an embodiment session. So to really, really deeply turn inward, to stretch out the body, to let it respond, to find that inner alignment. And just to be with whatever's here and have a little bit of a space to process any material that is uncomfortable. And also to connect with some affirmations. Maybe we'll do that closer to the end. So we can start with just a couple of gentle stretches in our seat. So if it's comfortable for you, just adjust into your seat. Maybe you want to sit on the edge of a cushion. And then close down your eyes. Notice that different mood that comes over you when the eyes are closed and you turn your gaze inward. The breath deepens naturally, lengthening and straightening your spine. The lower back can soften as you just run through the body parts, scanning and softening for the next few rounds of breath. And just check that the body is really comfortable here. You might allow some gentle movements or adjustments as we continue to drop in. Your belly softens, and the center of the chest starts to open as you flow your breath in and out of the heart space. As the heart opens, there's an invitation for everything else to soften. Especially your shoulders and face. And then we'll drop the chin down to the chest. Moving super slow, stretching out the back of the neck. You might even round your back forward. Mindfully connecting to the tissues. Weaving your breath through the sticky spots. Let the head roll over to the left ear to left shoulder, lifting the chin up a little bit at the top, and then down across a semicircle across the front of the body, circling up to the right shoulder, stretching the left side of your neck. And allow there to be a free movement now, letting the head move in any direction. Keeping the breath connected to the movement. You might turn your face left and right. And eventually the arms will reach up into the air. Maybe you want to interlace the fingers. Taking a big stretch. Maybe the fingers release. You could come into a cactus. Allow a bit of free movement here. Check out those shoulders, your ribs. The spine as your seat sinks down. The head can loosen off here. We'll take the left hand down to the floor, the right arm over. Back up through the middle. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale over the other side. Allowing your body to take free movement at any time, so you can add in extras, maybe a circle through the arms, swapping sides with your own breath. Eventually the arms reach back up into the air. And the hands come down to the floor on either side of the left knee. And then slowly round towards that left leg. Breathing through the stickiness in your hip. Back up through the middle. Take a big inhale. Exhale over the other leg. Tipping your forehead down. You might come down at any angle, letting the head loosen off. Back up through the center. Reach the arms all the way up for a really big stretch. And then the hands straight forward, down on the floor, and just let your body round. Maybe you come forward even lower, resting the arms or hands on a prop, like a pillow or a block. All the way back up, releasing your legs, and let them go all the way out straight. Legs straight in front of you. Take that big stretch up into the air. The hands down to the legs, and just slowly round. We're going to be in this one for about a minute. So you've got plenty of time to slowly release your head forward. Maybe even resting your forehead on a support. Let there be full breaths here, expanding your ribs in all directions as you scan for those sticky spots at the back of your legs, at your lower back, back of the shoulders. Let it melt. And slowly start to release up. Press your palms into the floor. Roll up and then relax back onto your hands. Take a moment here just to check in without thoughts. Listen directly to your body using your breath. And just scan the back of your neck, the base of the skull, at the back of your head, your shoulders and arms. And then we're going to release onto our backs on the floor. So it can be nice if you've got a bolster or you've got some pillows, bring them right to the small of your back. So you've got a pillow right under your lower back, keeping your butt on the floor. And then also you're going to want something under your head. So another pillow under your head, or if you've got your bolster, it's going down the length of your spine. And then start to recline onto the supports. And you want to feel 100% supported. So check the full length of your back and spine. Feel supported with your props. And if something's just not working for you, you can remove the props and come flat on your back. Otherwise, use those pillows. Sometimes you need to just come back up and come back down a couple of times as you find that perfect support of your back and spine and your head and your arms as well. Feel comfortable, like they could relax. The arms might be overhead. They might be on the body somewhere or just out to the side. Find a comfortable position for your legs. They might be bent up with the feet on the floor. The knees might be out to the side. The legs might be straight. Once you've arrived, take those fuller breaths and drop in a little bit more, a little bit heavier. Soften the forehead. Make some space between you and the thinking. As you take a seat in the heart space, taking up occupancy inside your body. So feeling embodied here, grounded, complete. The breath is relaxing and releasing your body exactly where it needs it. Pretend you were going to be here for another 10 minutes. Really sink in and follow your breath. Listen to your layers and feel if there's anything uncomfortable here. Does anything feel strained or tight, anxious? And just recognize and allow it to be here. Returning your breath to replace any unnecessary thoughts, and then come back to those deeper thoughts and feelings, what's really under the surface for you, and connect to that. Keeping the heart open so you're approaching these little worried pieces of yourself with love. Just check that your breath is still full. You're fully in your body, so any movements or stretches or breaths your body wants, that is allowed to happen. Can change postures at any time. You might stay here for another few minutes, even another 5 minutes, dropping in heavier. When the body does give you the signal to release, we'll come flat on the back and bring the knees into the chest. Let this process be really slow, really intuitive. The breath and the body moving as one, with no external instructions. Staying connected to your breath. If the knees are in the chest, you might rock a little bit side to side. Playing with your knees, letting them come a little bit apart and stretching them out. Pulling one knee into the chest, pushing the other away, almost like a happy baby. And if you are on your back, you can move into a figure 4. If you're still reclined on your pillows, you're welcome to stay there. So in a figure 4, just set the feet back down to the mat. And bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Looking for some stretching through your right hip and glute. So start bringing that left knee into the face until you feel that edge that feels good. You might put your left foot onto a block or a prop, or reach through with your hands. So really take this chance to connect to your body seriously. The body speaking to you with all of these sensations. The fuller breaths speak to your body. And your last breaths here as you release the foot down to the floor and prepare to move towards the other side. In your own time, really slow. Find the optimal position for your legs. So it should feel good here. Not too much, not too little. Something the body can melt into. And always drop that foot if it's just not the right tension in the hip. Last few breaths before both feet come down to the mat. Feet down, the knees knock in together. You might also windscreen wiper your knees side to side. Finding a posture of release on your back just for a few moments. The legs might go out straight. You might have a pillow of support under your head or under the knees. Taking some full body breaths as you sink in. Maybe a palm rests on the chest or on your belly. come back to the sensitivity here, that wise part of yourself looking with love to find any worried, smaller parts of yourself inside. Anything that feels anxious, let it finally be fully known. Take a few fuller breaths here on your back. Maybe take a stretch. Eventually roll to one side where we're going to rest. So resting on one side. Maybe there is a cushion under your head or between your knees. You're in a fetal position. Getting comfortable. Once you're comfortable, really start to sink in. So you might take those fuller breaths. Maybe a big breath in through the nose. And then releasing a sound out of your mouth, a sigh. And take a few more fuller breaths if it feels good. Taking the breath into the very center of your chest. And feel the love in the heart space. The part of you that is loving, allowing, and trusting is right here at your center. Breathing in and out of the heart space. That simple breath cultivating a loving kindness inside you. Trust that if you give yourself the space, your unconscious mind will debug itself and resolve the unnecessary tension. So just give yourself the space here. Breathing and relaxing, loving and inward. Offering yourself these affirmations by repeating them to yourself and feeling them in your body. I love my journey. I love my body. I love my life. I love my friends. I love my family. I love my meditation practice. I love my yoga practice. I trust myself. I trust my journey. I love giving myself space. My life has more and more open time. Come back to your breath. And just check in. How would you like to conclude your practice? Do you want to remain here for another few minutes? Do you want to come to a seat or back onto your back? Keeping your breath full, slowly integrate and conclude your practice in your own way.